Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us. We are growing one big family. Thanks to all of yous. And I am so grateful and humbled by your beautiful comments and your uplifting messages. Thank you so much. Okay. So we're going to just touch a few things. So if the video is too fast for you, up top there's 3 little buttons. You can click there, slow down the video to the speed you'd like. Also, you can turn on your CC closed caption, and you can read whatever stitch I call out down here. Take notes, pause the video, and you take it from there. It makes it more easier for people that have a hard time to follow YouTube. I also would like to mention that I do have a crochet group on Facebook. It's a private group. I will leave the links below if you want to be part of my group. We're, a bunch of beautiful ladies. You're more than welcome as long as you have a profile. There's a lot of scammers going on to the crochet groups right now, and especially with the links that says bit or cut. Don't open those links up. Those are scammers that go through your computer, through your phone, and steal every identity possible from you. So be very careful on that. I also would like to mention, if you'd like to donate to help out the women in need for thread, please do so. Below the video, there's a little bag with a $sign. You can donate there, whatever amount you'd like. Also, in the description box, there's my PayPal account. You can donate there, whatever amount you'd like. Or if you have extra thread and extra yarn, you can contact me through Instagram message, email me. You can contact me through the Facebook group. I also have a Facebook page and TikTok. So there's so many ways you can get a hold of me if you'd like to send out the thread or the yarn to these women that are desperately in need of it. I will send you their name and their address. You're more than welcome to do that, and we're grateful and humbled by it. Thank you so much. So most of the time I use a 3.5 hook, small one to tuck in loose ends, and of course a pair of scissors. And 99.9% of the time I use 4-ply 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal threads. It's equivalent, the same thing as Aunt Lydia, number 3 cotton thread. Okay, just a little tiny little bit thinner, but not by much. So we're going to get started. I want to thank every single one of you again. I also would like to mention at the beginning of my videos, when I first started 2 years ago, I did not know how to call the stitch names in English. So the first couple of dozen of videos, they're not well recorded. First, the app was terrible, so it's half screen, it's horrible. And because I did not know the name, I would just, explain it my own way that I knew how, and I apologize for that. But if you go through some of those videos and you are creating those pieces, because there's some of you that have been texting me on it and questioning me, please feel free to ask any questions. I am here to help you. Some of them I have recreated, of course, with the proper codes for the stitch calling. Some of them I still have to create. I just haven't had any time for it. But don't hesitate. Question me, and I will answer you ASAP. We're going to get started. Thank you so much, everybody, okay? And, of course, if you have not subscribed, please do so and hit that bell notification for new uploads to be notified of the new videos that I bring out every week, okay? Okay, everyone. So for most of you that have been following me, have seen probably by now the doily daisy flower that I had uploaded, created, and mentioned that I was going to do the table runner for it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. So basically I'll be using all the same colors, the pink. The only difference is I'm going to add a little bit of cream to it so I can bring out a little bit more, because it's a table runner. The mixed, it's off-white, I believe, that's in the colored multi-mixed with the pink. And I'm going to use the lime green. Okay. I will be alternating. So I'll begin to do the beginning with 3.5, and then I'm changing to the 3 hook, pair of scissors, and of course a small one to tuck in loose ends. And of course a pair of scissors, not to forget. And we'll be needing some flowers. The links will be below in the description box to the flowers. I don't know how many I need at this point, but I have created quite a few of them already. And of course, if you're doing the flowers, you need the pearls. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important to have the video circulate, or YouTube to recognize that you guys like it. That's how they circulate the video. And also you can share it. It does help to grow the channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. And hit that bell notification to be notified of the new uploads. Thank you so much, everyone. So the first thing you want to do is your slip stitch knot, that it never counts as a chain, okay? No matter what you do, never, especially for beginners that are just learning. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. I'm going to come back on my first one and do a double crochet. 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come back where I've closed in and do another double crochet. We're going to proceed this way to the desired length. 3 chain, come back on the first one here where we closed in and do your double. 1, 2, 3 chain, come back in again and do your double crochet. So we're creating these little loops because I'm going to create flowers on one side and then complete the flowers on the other side. Just make sure for the desired length you have odd numbers. So you will have to have 17, 19, 21. Okay, just make sure. I'm probably going to go to 25. I'll see the length. I'm going to measure how long I want my runner to be, and I'll be back with you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've done 25 groups. You can call them groups because they're 2 double crochets together, right? I'm going to cut my thread. So you have to have odd numbers, okay? And I'm going to tuck in between the double crochet here because we're going to be working in it to create the flowers. Now I'm going to come in with my multicolored pink and start one side of the flowers, and the flowers will be completed as we work on the other side. So slip stitch knot. I'm going to come and work on my first double crochet here. I'm going to do my double crochet like this, but you can do it the other way. You can go in with a single and 2 chain. I'm going to create 2 more double crochets incomplete and take it out all at once. Okay, 2 chain. Again, we're going to be building these groups of 3 double crochets incomplete and take it out at once. Now, I'm going to skip one here and come into the next one. We're always going to skip one and into the next one and create the 3 double crochets incomplete. Now, don't worry about this. I'm going to hide it still because as we pull all of these together, and whatever is left over. Just got to work on the other side anyway. It's going to hide it. and this is going to be pulled more into here because when we're going to come on this side we got to work here, so this is going to come more into the place here. But we'll get to it when we get to it, no worries. So remember to skip a group. Two chain space, and again 3 incomplete double crochet. No chain whatsoever. We skip again the space into the next, skip one into the next one. Okay, we're going to do this all the way to the end. I'm going to continue mine. I have 25 groups because we have to have odd, so you can go longer if you want, as long as you have odd numbers, or shorter. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end, the last one. Did my 2 groups. Now we're going to create 3 more groups in here. So 1, 2. Try to hide my little thread here. So 1, 2, and 3. Close it. 1, 2 chain. Come back, recreate again. We're going to have a total of 5 groups in this corner, and also 5 groups. Well, not really 5 groups in the other corner. We're going to add 3 more groups. So we will have 5. We'll add 3 more groups on the other corner. Sometimes my explanations are not too bright, are they? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 chain. And this is our 5th. Why is it our 5th? Because these 2 and these 2 are part of the flower. This will be for the corner, the edge, because we need to increase or else our pattern cannot be oval, right? So now we're going to skip this one and come and create our groups on this side where we have the other 2 groups. So we can form the flowers, 2 chain. Okay, we'll cut off the excess, whatever we have. So again, we're skipping this one. We're coming exactly where we have the flowers already. Some petals, I should say. 2 chain. And again. Okay. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So I've reached the end. Almost. And I'm coming into the last one where I already have the 2 groups there. So I need to create 3 more. So 3 incomplete, 2 chain, 2 chain, and my last one, so we can have the 5 exactly like we did on the other side. And then I'm cutting my thread, 2 chain, and I'm coming into the first double crochet here. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exactly like we did on the other side. And I'm changing colors. I'm just going back and forth with thread because we're going to work inside of these spaces, so it's going to cover and hide it. Okay. I'm going to come in with my pink slip stitch knot. Okay, you guys, so pretty much finished doing this centerpiece, the little flowers. We're going to come in exactly where we have not the first group of 2 chain, but the second one here on the edge. Bring you up closer. So I'm going to come in with a single, and I'm using my 3 hook, single, 2 chain. I'm going to come back in and do 2 more double crochet. So now we got 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm coming into the next one directly and doing 6 more double crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is considered row 1. I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm coming in to the first space here and create 3 double crochets. This is part of my edge. 1 chain. If your stitch is too tight, then do 2 chain. 3 more double crochet. 1 chain into the next space in the middle of the flower, and 3 double crochets. Everything we do on this side, we must do on the other side, including the edge. 1 chain in the middle of the flower, 3 double crochet. I'll meet you at the end. I've completed 13 groups of 3 double crochet because I'm right on the first one, so we have to do the same thing like we did here. 1 chain and proceed with your 6 double crochet. Six double crochet and 6 more in the next space, and then repeat everything like we did on the sides. Six double crochet, 1 chain, and 3 double crochet on this side. 1 chain space for some of you, 2 chain space if your stitch is too tight. Whoops, I was almost making a mistake there. And into the next space. Just like that. So this is row 1. We're going into row 2 right after this. So I did my 1 chain, I did my group. This is the edge, exactly like the other side. I went in my 3rd chain with a slip stitch. I'm going to go over to the next double crochet with a single, chain 2. I'm coming in and doing another double crochet in the same space, so we're increasing now. 1 chain, skip a space, 2 double crochets. We're going to create 6 groups of 2 double crochets at the edge, skip a space, into the next one. 1 chain, skip a space, 2 double crochet. We're working the edge, and we'll do exactly the same thing on the other side. Skip a space, into the next one. 1 chain, and on the last double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups, 1 chain. I'm coming into my first double crochet and doing 1 double crochet only, 1 chain. I'm coming into my second and create my groups again. We need this side to be flat, straight, and you'll understand when I get to row 3, because on row 3 we're creating the 3 in here. Then the next row, 1 double crochet alone. I'm sure you've seen some of my patterns with this type of motif. 1 chain and 3 double crochet, and you repeat the same thing all the way to the edge. Okay, so I'm going to meet you at the edge just to make sure that you don't get confused. I reached almost at the edge, 1 chain, and on my last one I have to do the same thing, 1 double crochet only, 1 chain. I'm going to skip the first double crochet like we did on the other edge and do 2 together, 1 chain, skip a space, next space, 2 together, 1 chain, skip a space, next space, 2 together, skip a space, next space, 2 together, 1 chain, skip a space. Did I miss out somewhere? Give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 5. I missed one there. Okay, so this is perfect when you do a mistake like this, because teach you how. Here we have 2, 4. Okay, so I did 5 and not 6. 2, 4, 6. So I made a mistake here on this side. 2, 4, 5. Okay, so because I missed out one, I'm going to do a triple. Okay, I'm going to come in between here. This is good for you guys to learn. I'm going to grab where I have that double crochet, try that again, triple. You can come from behind, in between, right down here, take out 1, come in the middle here where you have your other double crochet. So basically we have another double crochet in here. Okay, 1 chain, skip a space into the next one. So we're going to do 2. Now I've missed one here too, and sometimes it's perfect to do these mistakes because it's the only way you can learn. So we're going to skip a space, and I would have to come down here and give it a good stretch, right? We skip it, and I'm going to come directly in the space where we need to do the double crochet, then come back in and double crochet again. So this is a way for you guys to for not taking it down. So we're going to skip a space, and we're coming in here. Okay, hold on a minute before we make another boo-boo. So we have to come in to where we did that extra double crochet, like that, right in there. So we'd skip this one and come into this one, and we should be good. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we skip a space and into this one. So I hope you guys understood what I just did. If not, back it up, slow down the video, and you're good to go. 1 chain. So we're gonna come in here and do that 1 alone, and then directly into the space and create our groups. And always look ahead of the video to make sure that if there is mistakes like it happened, it's fixable on the spot without taking it down. So basically I needed to do the 6 double crochets. I did only 5, but I did a triple and I came down and created another one as I went up. Okay, if it makes sense, and it's good for you guys to learn these type of techniques for your projects when you make a mistake instead of taking it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups, and then one alone, then create your groups. I'll meet you in row 3. So we're coming into row 3. Now, the corners are always going to have an increase. So we started with 1, 2, next row 3, because we're always going to add 2 on the last double crochet together. So 1, 2, and 3. Next space, 2 together. So now you have your 3 double crochets. So started with 1, 2, and 3. 1 chain. The first one is always one alone. Second one, which is the last one, always 2 together. So the next row will have 4. We'll add 2 together at the end. The next row will have 5. And as far as the sides here, we'll always have a row with double crochets, the groups, and a row here at the edge with 1 only. So next row, 1 on top of this one and 2 inside will be your group. 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet and 2 double crochets inside will form the group. The next row, so row 3, group of double crochets. Row 4, 1 alone. Row 5, 3 double crochets. Okay, I'm sure you must have seen some of my patterns this way. It's just a different design, but almost the same concept as creating these ovals. Okay, well, there's so many ovals in so many ways. I just wanted to create this way because I would like to add my flowers to look so pretty, and I think it's perfect for it. So always adding 2 on the last double crochet as you're increasing the corner, the edge here. Okay, the corners, the edge. Make sure you always have your 6 groups, or you're going to run into trouble. 1 chain. So 1 double crochet on top and 2 inside makes your group, so we can have a nice straight line going up. 1 chain and into the next space. So the next row, you know, you're only going to have groups of double crochet, which will be the same thing as here. And then the next row will be the same thing as this one. Then the next row again, double crochets, next row. So I'm going to do quite a few rows. I'm not sure yet until when. You could always fast forward and check. And I don't know how many rows of pink I'm going to do before I change my color also. But like I said, you could always fast forward and check also. Okay, so I'm going to continue from here and I'll let you know how many rows I have done. Okay, so it's just a repeat. 1 row groups, always adding 2 at the end on the edges, so you can increase your little groups. So next row we're going to have 4, next row we're going to have 5, and here we're going to have only 1, and then create the group. Next row we're going to have the group, and so on. Okay, you guys, so I've done mine until row 14. Okay, now I've changed, I almost knocked my camera, Jesus. So I've changed color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On my 11th, and I went in with a white. So on my 11th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11th row, I have white. 12 row pink, 13 white, and 14 pink. Okay, so now we're going on my 16th. We're going to do double crochet over double crochet. Now make sure you always add a 2 at the end. So I've done 14 double crochets. I'm going to do one more inside of here as we've been doing, so 15. I'm going to do double crochet here and continue and proceed on the same way. And when it comes to the end, we're going to add the 2 double crochets together in the same space. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Just double crochet over double crochet, getting to the end 2 together and 1 inside of the 1 chain space. So I've reached the end of the motif here on the edge. I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the space and 1 on top of the double crochet, and I'm going to do 2 double crochets inside of the space here and continue to do double crochet over double crochet, 2 double crochets inside of the space. So basically the only time you do 1 double crochet is here right after we do the motif, and also inside of the 1 chain here on the edge. On the sides we'll be doing 2 double crochet inside of the chain where we have 1 chain space, and we continue on. And if I find it's too much, which probably will be, so we're going to do only, sorry people, it's just the way it is, you know, I have to feel the pattern in order to continue on. Okay, so we're doing all 1 double crochet only and not 2. Okay, and we're doing the increase where we have the increase at the edges. So 1 double crochet per space inside of the 1 chain. I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so I've closed in. I'm going to go up 1 chain and come back into the same space and create, actually no, 2 chains, sorry, into the next space. We're doing half double crochets all the way around. So when you get to the last one here where we have the increase, we must continue to do the increase. So we're going to do 2 half double crochets on the last one here on the motifs where we've been increasing, okay? And everything else stays the same. It's all half double crochets. There's no more increase except here at the edges. We don't want the curve to crumple up, okay? So I'll meet you at the end. We're near the end. We're getting prepared to create the the motifs on the outside to glue the flowers afterwards, okay? Okay, everyone, coming into row 17. So I've closed in my half double crochet. I'm going to go up 1 chain and I'm going to come back into the same one. We're going to be doing 9 singles. I have the first single on the first half double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. On my 5th one, I'm coming in with single and continue to do 9 singles again. Just check here to make sure that it was sometimes, you know, I get ahead of my head. Yeah. Okay, so we're good. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4 on my 5th one, and we're going to proceed to create these little loops, okay, all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so I'm almost at the end. Now, if I do my 5 chain and skip 4 going to the 5th, I won't have enough space here on the singles to do my 9, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 space, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3. On my 4th one, I'm doing my single, next space, single, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do it on the same one, 7, next space, 8, and on the same one again, 9. Okay, so I pretty much created twice on the same space, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now I can close in, cut my thread, and I'm going to come in with the green. Okay. So with the green, I'm going to come right at the beginning here on my first 5 chain, and I'm going to do single, 2 chain. Actually 3 chain and 1 for turning, 4 chain. I'm going to do triple crochet, 1 chain, 10 triple crochets, 1 chain space in between them. So you turn twice, take out 2, and the last 2, 1 chain. Take out 2, and the last 2. We're going to do this 10 times. That's the 10 including with the chain we went up, okay? So we've done 10 triple crochets. 2, 4, 6, 8. I think I did too much. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, so I did 11. Not good. So it's always good to count to make sure. So you have your 10 triples. We're going to skip 1, 2 on your 3rd one. Single, single, 3 single, 4 single, and my 5th single. Again, I'm going to come directly into my space and start doing my 10 triple crochets, 1 space in between them, 1 chain space. And this is how we're going to proceed all the way around. And then I'm cutting my thread and coming back in with the pink, or you have the choice with the white if you're having the same colors more or less that I'm doing. Again, so we have the 10 triples. I'm going to skip 1, 2 on my 3rd one, single, 2nd single, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So in reality, we're skipping first 2 and the last 2, and then coming back in with the triple, 1 chain space, and create your 10 triples again. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so I pretty much finished the triple. I'm going to come in with my pink right on the side here on the first one. It really doesn't matter where you start, but I'm going to start here. So I'm going to skip 1, 2. I'm going to come into the, okay, let's try that again. First single, second. I'm going to come into the third single. Try to hide my thread here at the same time. And do 2 singles, so 1 per space. I'm going to come directly behind. We're doing back post, so I'm doing double crochet back post, 1 chain. I'm going to try to hide my thread here, and into the next one, 1 chain space, and into the next one with double crochet, 1 chain. And we're going to proceed to do this to all of them. So you come from the back to the front to the back. So now once you've done all 10, you would come, skip the first, come into the second one. I think I told you to come into the third one here for a second. So it's into the second, people, okay? Sometimes I don't know what I'm thinking. And again, coming back into the first one here of the triple and doing back post, double crochet, 1 chain space, and again just repeating everything all over again. We're going to do this all the way to the end, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so I closed in on the single with a slip stitch. I'm coming back in the middle of this single and doing a single, and we're going to repeat the same thing again. Back posts, double crochet, 1 chain, back post, double crochet, 1 chain. So the only difference is we're doing a single crochet. Try to fix this camera here a bit. Okay, so 1 chain again and coming to do back post again. So we only have 1 more row left, which is the peacock, and then we're going to glue our flowers on. So basically it's the same thing as we just finished doing. The only difference is we're going to do only 1 single in the middle here. Okay, so I've come to the end. I have my 10 back posts and come directly into the space of the single with a single, and then continue on again. I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so I've reached the end, arrived at the single, closed in with a slip stitch. Now I'm going to come in where we have the first and the second double crochet with a single and another single in the same space on the first little square, let's say, between the first and the second double crochet. So 2 singles, next space single, and chain 3, peacock. We're going to have 3 peacocks in one side of 3 chain, 1 of 6 in the center, and 3 on the other side. Next space single, 3 chain, peacock, next space single, 3 chain, peacock. And on this space we're going to do a 6 chain. If you want to do just peacocks with 3, that's fine. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm doing exactly the same thing as the doily. And then next space single, and then you continue to do the 3 chain, total of 3 peacocks, 1 per space. So we don't do the first square on this motif. We skip this first one and we don't do the last one. 2, 3, and closing in with single and another single. So 2 singles on the last one and 2 singles on the first one. I'm coming directly into the first, we'll call it little square, let's say, with 2 singles, and next space single and 3 chain, and continue to do the 3 picots, 1 per space. This is pretty much it for this row. And I'm going to continue mine, and then we'll come back and we'll glue the flowers on. So basically you need to count how many spaces you have like this, and then you'll know how many flowers you will need for it. Okay? So I have a bunch of them. I hope I have enough. If not, I have to create some more to have the right amount. I'm going to finish my row and get my flowers prepared so I can glue them on. Okay, you guys, so I've counted how many spaces I have, and I have 24. So that means I need 24 flowers. Another thing is, once I finish my row, I am going to block my pattern with the laundry softener. I'm going to spray it everywhere. I'm going to stretch it well, and I'm going to light iron so it can dry fast, so I can come back and glue it on. And the glue has to be transparent glue. Okay, because then your shirt's never going to come out. It's just transparent. You can see my nail almost right through it. Okay, so just a little reminder. So when I come back, everything is already set for me to glue my flowers on. 24 flowers, which I will, didn't know how many it would have taken, but I will mention it at the beginning for, I guess, for the newcomers or people that are just watching it now and then, which that's what you should do. Watch the video first and then come back and then redo it. So at least you'll know if there was any mistakes or changes that had to be made to the pattern. I will add it and mention at the beginning that we need 24 flowers. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I pretty much blocked my pattern. As you can see, it's nice and straight and flat. Just sprayed a bit, stretched it, and ironed over it, and it dried at the same time, and it gave me a nice flat surface. Okay, so now we're just gonna glue. So you want to make sure that your pearls, because the holes through the thread is on each side, so you want to put them facing forward. And where we have the space, if I can bring this down a little bit more. So we're basically going to put, not downwards, but right on the center. So I'm going to have my pearl right on the center here of the green. Okay, and it doesn't take much. All it takes is a little bit of glue just around the surface here. I'm not going to really glue so much the petals because I want it to look very natural. So I'm just gonna place it and compress. Make sure that you got nothing underneath when you're compressing, because the glue can go through and whatever's underneath it's gonna really stick. So basically your paddle is just pretty much at the edge there of the edging of the pattern. And then again, you move on to the next one. I have knots here in the back where I did my pearl to make sure that nothing, oops, got my fingers right into the glue. So again, into the next space and place it properly. Boy, I really did put my fingernail on that glue, didn't I? And we're just going to do that to all of them, all the way around. This makes perfect gifts. You can make this into a little girl's room, like I said, table runner. Also into a rug, little girl's rug. perfect for that too. Okay, so I will have a little video on display at the end, and I will take some pictures once I am done. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I thank you so much for being here with me. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. I think the set is just perfect, as you can see. And of course, with this one, you can go as big as you'd like. So I will leave all the links below on the description box for the flowers, for the doily. And you can create these as sets and as the size you'd like, including with a middle piece here. You can go longer also. So take care, everyone. I send you much love, much hugs. Thank you again. And God bless. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye until next time. I just want to mention before I forget, you can also add pearls to the flowers on the beginning here of the pattern, okay? That's an option for you. You can add some pearls on it. I know it's kind of hard to see now, but if you put some on top, you can get an idea. It looks really nice. Now, of course, if you're going to do the whole thing, remember you'll have a hard time to place something in the middle because of the pearls, okay? But if it's just, you know, decoration on display, then it looks gorgeous, all right? Just to let you know.